Hello everyone. Hello Christ Covenant. Hope you're doing well. Well, just three announcements. First of all, Diane Burton has big surgery this Friday, and so please call her or send her an email, send her a text, let her know you're thinking about her. Also, this Sunday is the 28th anniversary of Christ Covenant's first worship service. In fact, I was looking at the date and it falls on the exact day. May 10th, 1992 was our first worship service. And so here we are 28 years later, May 10th, and we thank God for His faithfulness. We had to postpone our celebration. We're going to do that later in the summer. We'll give you details about that. And then, of course, this Sunday is also Mother's Day. And so my midweek encouraging word is a Mother's Day verse, but it's not just for mothers. This is for everyone. And so it's from Isaiah 49. The Lord was speaking to the people of Israel through the prophet Isaiah about the captivity. And he was saying, I'm going to remember you in your captivity. I'm going to bring you back to the land. I'm not going to forget you. I promise you need to be glad. I've made you these wonderful promises. And this is how the Israelites responded to God's promises to bring them out of captivity. But Zion said, and Zion is just another name for the people of Israel. But Zion said, the Lord has forgotten me. The Lord has forsaken me. And this is how God responds. Can a mother forget the baby at her breast and have no compassion on the child she has borne? Even though she may forget you, I will never forget you. So that's the Lord's promise to us. You know, sometimes when the Bible talks about God, it uses kind of formal theological language. In Romans, Paul talks about God's eternal qualities and divine nature and God's righteousness and God's justice. And of course, it's important for us to know these kind of formal theological descriptions of God. Helps us understand who He is in a more precise way. But the other way the Bible teaches us about God and what He's like is through word pictures, through metaphors and similes, right? The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is a rock. The Lord is a strong tower. The Lord is a shield. Of course, Jesus used many of them. I am the living water. I am the bread of life. I am the door. And what the Holy Spirit invites us to do is to kind of enter into those word pictures and think about what they teach us about God. So, what about this picture? God compares Himself and His relationship to us as that of a nursing mother with her child. So, you know, our first inclination, I think, when we read this verse is to think, oh, you know, kind of soft picture, maybe a young mother with her first baby and everything's kind of fuzzy around the edges. But this is really not a sentimental image. It's a pretty robust image. Kind of think of it this way. Let's compare the relationship of a nursing mother and her child with the relationship between friends. You know, a friendship is defined by choice and decision. I mean, you choose your friends, and then you and your friends kind of mutually choose and work out the boundaries of your relationship. I've got someone who I consider to be a good friend, an old friend. We talk, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times a year. Maybe every 5 to 8 years we happen to maybe pass in the general vicinity of the other person and we'll stop and see each other. But there have been times when we've not been able to do that, and hey, it's no big deal, right? I mean, that's just the way friendships are. We're very free and loose with it. But that's not at all the way that a nursing mother has a relationship with her child. It's not like a friendship. It's not a relationship that's defined by decision and choice. It's innate. It's instinctive. I mean, you might even say that the relationship that the mother has is kind of hardwired into her body. She's compelled to move toward her nursing infant when it's in need and provide nourishment. You know, you could even say that in some ways the mother is controlled by the infant. When the child cries, when it expresses these sounds, when it needs to be nursed, of course the mother's body responds and she moves towards the child. And if for some reason a feeding is delayed, then it's not just the child who suffers, but the mother suffers as well. She wants to feed this child. Well, what's God saying about himself to the Israelites and to us? God is saying, I haven't forgotten you. You don't understand. I am attuned to you. I see you. I hear you. I know your needs and understand them better than you do yourself. When you cry out, I move towards you. He's also saying, when I have to delay my promises to make things right in your life and to bring you relief, and when that delay causes you to cry, you're not the only one who's in discomfort. I am too. I want to meet your needs. So what's the real issue here in this passage? I think it's the difficulty that we have, and of course it's interesting to see that even in the Old Testament, believers had this struggle. It's the disjunction between God's promises and the time frame that He gives those promises and when He fulfills them. And it's the difficulty of waiting for God to fulfill His promises. It's the times when we feel that a dream is being deferred, or a wound is remaining unhealed, and we just wonder, is God ever going to answer that promise? Is He going to fulfill it? Is He going to bring the healing that He has promised? And there's, I think maybe in some of us, maybe some more than others, a tendency towards a kind of spiritual pessimism. Oh no, the Lord's forgotten me. He's forsaken me. And the Lord's word to you, and here's your Mother's Day encouraging word, is that He says, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'm more attuned to you and your needs than you realize. And when the time is right, I'm going to move towards you and bring you those blessings that you so much desire. Well, keep that in mind. I hope it's an encouragement to you, and I will see you on the internet this Sunday. Goodbye, and God bless you.